Think you know all the secrets of Scream? Think again. Sidney Prescott has faced countless attacks from the Ghostface killer over the decades. But behind every death, every chase, and every mask, there are stories and curiosities that few know. In the next few minutes you'll discover every attack Ghostface made on Sidney, the hidden mysteries behind each murder, behind-the-scenes secrets, the psychological motivations of the killers, and curious facts that make Sidney Prescott one of the most intelligent, courageous, and iconic characters in horror cinema. Stay with me until the end, because this is the complete analysis of every confrontation and every secret, and you may never see Scream the same way again. Sidney Prescott isn't just another final girl. Since Scream 1996, she's stood out for her ability to survive the impossible. Throughout the franchise, she faces multiple Ghostfaces, each with different strategies and distinct motivations, making each confrontation unique, tense, and psychologically intense. What makes Sidney so memorable is that she doesn't rely on luck. Her every reaction is strategic, analyzing the killer, predicting their movements, and using intelligence to survive. She transforms fear into action and shows that courage and reason can be more powerful than any weapon. Ghostface isn't just one identity. Throughout the franchise, different people have assumed the mask, each with their own motive: revenge, jealousy, obsession, or pure evil. This makes each attack a new challenge for Sidney and adds layers of mystery that keep the audience intrigued. The iconic mask, inspired by Edvard Munch's painting The Scream, symbolizes universal fear. Ghostface isn't just visually terrifying, it represents the uncertainty, the unseen danger, and the constant threat Sidney must face, making each chase scene memorable and tense. Scream 1996, Sidney's first attack is devastating. Her mother is murdered, and she discovers that friends and acquaintances may be responsible. This attack establishes the pattern of paranoia, suspicion, and psychological terror that defines the franchise. Scream 2, 1997, Sidney faces a new Ghostface at university. The attacks here are more strategic, exploring unfamiliar environments and testing Sidney's ability to analyze patterns. Scream 3, 2000, Sidney is pursued while dealing with her mother's past and the revelation of long-held secrets. This attack blends physical terror with emotional manipulation, showcasing her resilience and intelligence. Scream for 2011, Ghostface returns with modern methods, including social media and technology, forcing Sidney to adapt quickly. Scream 5 and 6, new Ghostfaces reappear, each attack bringing references to the past and new challenges, keeping Sidney constantly alert and evolving. Each attack is not only physical but also psychological, forcing Sidney to use intuition, strategy, and decades of experience to survive. During filming, the crew and actors often reported atmospheres of genuine tension. Wes Craven kept parts of the script hidden so that the actors' fearful reactions would be 100% authentic, heightening the audience's sense of terror. Fun fact, Neve Campbell almost didn't get the role of Sidney. Her performance brought depth, vulnerability, and courage, making Sidney an icon of modern horror. The practical effects, dark sets, and suspense techniques elevated each Ghostface attack to an almost realistic level of horror. Sidney Prescott vs. Ghostface, every attack, every mystery revealed. Sidney has become a symbol of survival and intelligence in horror. She shows that courage isn't just about running or screaming, it's about analyzing, learning, adapting, and facing danger repeatedly. Furthermore, her personal story, the loss of her mother, the constant persecution, and the need to survive multiple Ghostfaces adds emotional depth. Sidney is much more than a horror character. She's a study in resilience, fear, and strategy in extreme situations. Fun facts: you didn't know the Scream franchise was inspired by true crimes, which adds layers of realism to the horror. Each Ghostface is unique, reflecting different psychological traits, requiring Sidney to constantly adapt. Set pieces and chase scenes were carefully planned to heighten tension without relying solely on easy scares. Fan theories about Sidney and Ghostface still circulate, proving the lasting impact of the character and the franchise. Sidney Prescott isn't just a survivor, she's a strategist, a brave soul, and an icon of psychological horror. Each Ghostface attack adds suspense, intrigue, and mystery, proving that true terror goes beyond scares and masks. Now the question remains: could you survive like Sidney Prescott? How many of Ghostface's secrets still remain hidden? If you enjoyed this video and want to continue exploring the secrets, attacks, and curiosities of cinematic horror, don't forget to subscribe to the Haunted Hour channel. Leave a comment with your opinion about Sidney and Ghostface and share it so more people can discover all the mysteries behind the Scream franchise.